G'day viewers, welcome to another super cool repair video from the Goat Shed, located in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. Now today we're going to be talking about a Bally bingo, but before we do that we should let you know that it's Tuesday, June 13th 2023. It's 15 degrees Celsius outside, which is about 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Rather coolish day with a light breeze blowing. Just making it a little bit uncomfortable out there. Now look, we know there's not a lot of interest in bingo machines on our site, but I think this one's worth mentioning. This machine was presented to us, it's a Bally blue chip, as we said. It was presented to us in April 2022. Yeah, we've had it here a long time, but we started it and we had to stop it for other reasons, and we told the owner we'd work on it over a period of time, and we didn't think we'd have it here quite as long as we've had, but needless to say, it's pretty much finished now. So when it was presented to us, the owner told us that he'd had a slot machine guy having a bit of a look at it, and the guy had done a few things and got it going, but other things didn't work. And so, you know, when you hear that sort of thing, you sort of get a bit nervous. But we did our usual Goat Shed thing, and we removed every step unit in the game. There are 9 of those, plus the reflex unit, and that also includes that random stepper. We fully cleaned them in the ultrasonic cleaner, cleaned the printed circuit boards, lubed them with a bit of PBR grease, and put them all back together. And then we proceeded to clean the relays and check them and find any broken wires, which we found a few, which you generally do. As people familiar with bingos know, Bally used to put a little bit of tubing over the lugs, and sometimes makes it hard to find a broken wire, so you've got to give them all a bit of a pull and a tug, and that's the way we found a few. We completely pulled the control unit apart, which of course the search wipers are on the end of that, and we put new clutch washers in, the leather clutch washers. They were totally worn out. And I think this was a lot of the problems that the guy had with this machine, besides some of the other simplistic things. We also lubricated the unit as required and put it all back together. I think we showed you a little bit of that unit in a video, it would have been last year sometime now. So that's all good. Now, when we finally put it back together and done a bit of troubleshooting, one of the most troublesome things we found was card 3, it wouldn't pay the bottom 2 horizontal lines. And what we actually discovered was a solder splash. Now, we weren't sure what was wrong with this, so a shout out goes to Phil Baguma, who put us in the right, or on the right track for this. Now, you wouldn't have believed where this solder splash was. I wish we had a videoed it and showed it to you at the time, but we were so elated to have found it. It was located in between row 17 and 18. If I just show you this, you might get a bit of an idea. There's all the rivets, so just in the near that little round circle on the bottom right, you can see rows 17 and 18. So it would appear that the solder splash had came from a previous repair, because it was actually on card 3, which is the bottom wiper. So in other words, the soldered side is pointing downwards. Let's just show you. So that's it, we're looking at it there. So, as I say, that's cards 1, 2 and 3. Remember, this is a 6-card bingo. So, the solder splash was right under the back over there. So it can't have gotten there.
Around that area.
Yeah, from any repairs without that of being apart at some stage. That's the top unit there.
That's card 4, 5 and 6, which unfortunately we had to take it all apart to get to that one, to get to 1, 2 and 3. The first part there is 1, then 2, and the last third of the wiper is card number 3. And so we knew it had to be there somewhere, and so unfortunately we had to take this whole plate off and look underneath and buzz out all the wires, and we found 2 rivets were touching with a solder splash. Of course, wasn't supposed to be there, so I just ran a screwdriver between them and removed it all and put it back together, and happy days, it worked.
Yeah, we originally were suspecting that there's a continuation wire joining several links together. We thought there was a break there, but we were able to buzz that out with it in the machine, but sadly that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But needless to say, we got it all fixed. Oh, there's another thing that we had to do. Typical Bally, we had to put all new fuse holders in. That's almost an essential.
Yeah, every bingo.
Everyone we do. When I was in the States last year, I bought off this old guy at York. He had all brand new Bally fuse holders, so we've actually got some here now. There's the random disc. That's an interesting thing. It spins around and selects different things. That was all fully...
Yeah, we pulled that down.
Fully pulled down. I included that.
Actually, it had a break on one of these tracks.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
had to repair. It could have been that one.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we're up to with that.
We rebuilt the credit unit as well.
Yeah, we did too. I remember that.
We actually done a video on it.
Yeah, but that wasn't this machine, but it was another credit unit, yeah. So, another problem we had here on the this step unit, the feature stepper, what was happening, it wouldn't select one of the cards, and what it was, you'd have to press it a couple of times. There was a wire caught up in there.
Yeah.
The wire that goes between the 2 coils on another stepper for the common.
That was a weird problem because we did have it working before.
There's your reflex unit there. Now you can't see it. I'm just going to try and show you the part that was worn out. That's the drive pole off the reflex unit. The pin that goes through the frame is broken off. They're pressed on. I don't know if any viewers have ever seen that before, but that's the first one Graham said he's seen. Of 38 years of working on bingos.
You don't really look at the reflex unit because you think it's only going to be okay, but it's not essential to the game, but it is good of you because you don't want to make the game too easy when you are at home.
Yeah, so what happened, we were just mucking around and we noticed we took it off that old rusted up old one there and cleaned a new one up and put it in. It's the one right up the back, it's not the front one. But that was pretty good. That sort of that fixed it. What happened? We noticed that it wasn't moving.
The coil was moving. The armature plate, but it wasn't going nowhere. It wasn't making contact with the gear.
So it was obviously mechanical. So we just took it out and away we went, which is good. So the cabinet on this isn't in all that good a condition. We showed you the back glass there earlier on. The other thing we've just done, we've put some braces inside the cabinet from the floor to the side of the cabinet to hold the cabinet up. Yeah. But it's a lovely back glass. Let's see, have we missed anything there that we were going to talk about? What else have we got here? Let me think. Oh yeah, we had coin, the flash on card 6, there was a broken wire in the superline trip relay. There was a switch that was all bent and it was barely touching. We fixed that up. So apart from that, it wasn't too bad.
Multiple globes and
and the typical Bally lamp holders aren't real good, are they? But
I want to show up here, Kim.
Just hang on a sec. So what we want to illustrate to you here is how if one lamp goes out on a number, the others go out.
Yeah. So the first 3 cards are separate, right? And the last 3 cards are separate in the lighting department. So what happens is that if you've got one globe out, just say that's number 1, and number 1's there, if that globe there is blown or loose or got a bad socket, the other 2 won't work. And people think, well, why 3 out? And they wiggle one and it's no or nothing. Then they wiggle the next one and the whole other 2 come on, and the 3 of them come on. So that confuses a lot of people. So if you'll know, because if you shake one of them and the other 2 come on, you know it's just a loose socket, loose globe. But if you wiggle the whole 3 of them and nothing comes on, well, you know one of the globes are blown. And so that's how you work it out. It's because they're on the same circuit, so it's very weird, but it does make sense how they're done.
And it's important to remember, for those of you that aren't really familiar with bingos, they have 2 circuits for the lamps. They have a 17 volt and a 6 volt. So you've got to be careful not to put a 6 volt lamp in a 17 volt circuit. It'll go supernova and it'll blow pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So that's just an idiosyncrasy that they did on those. So yeah, here's the playfield. We'll just give you a bit of a look at it. It's pretty.
It's a bit blanked, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not real brilliant, but.
Oh, and the half shell cover is missing. It was pretty well cooked,
cleaned up, yeah.
And it just went all brittle and fell apart. So unfortunately, the owner is going to have to find one.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be a problem.
So here's Spanky just showing up to say g'day to all you good viewers, and also wanting to remind you to please give our videos a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press that bell button so you get notifications of when we make a video. So only a short one today. Oh, and they're Spanky's children too. Well, we think they're his children. We're not real sure. They just sort of turned up one day, not long after he was in hospital. So that could be a bit of a worry. We might have to feed them. Anyway, if you've watched the video this far, we thank you very much. And this has been another Goat Shed presentation.